Hi everyone, thank you for heading over to my YouTube channel. I made these really fun little booklets, or you could use them as journaling booklets or for your to-do list. There's so many ways you could use these really fun booklets. And I showed you guys in one of my videos where I made this vellum pocket with the shaker tool window with a side pocket with the extra pocket. And on the inside of the vellum pocket, I showed you guys this booklet that I'd made with a elastic closure, and they're just blank pages in here, somewhere where you can write what you want to use for writing. And then I've got here just a page tab that I've made myself, or you could use a tab die. I have a tutorial on how you can make your own tabs in different sizes and different shapes, and I just thought that was just a nice way to decorate the booklet. And you can also write down on the side there on what you have inside your booklets. And I just think these are really cute, and these are also a great size for your slimline traveler's notebook. And I'll just show you my one here. This one is my last year's one. I'm actually going to make one for my 2021 traveler's notebook, and hopefully I'll be able to get it done, show you guys, and also show you how you could make your own traveler's notebook with a laminated cover. So this is my old one, which I've used for my day-to-day, and you can slide these inside the elastic. I've got a spare one here, so you can slide them in here, and you can make a whole heap of these, and then you can just add these inside your traveler's notebook. So it just goes in like that. So then you've got another section there for you to write or whatever you wish to put in there, or as a calendar. So I want to show you guys how you can make these little booklets with the elastic closure, because I did have some of you ask how I made the booklet with the elastic. So I'm going to show you how you could do the booklet with the closure as well in this video. But I'll show you this one first. This is another one that I made. This one I put some beads to decorate the elastic, and again I've just done the same. This has 12 pages in total. You can add as many pages as you like, and all I used was just your ordinary photocopying paper or printing paper, and then you can use that to decorate and add washi tape and write whatever you want. This one here is again, it's the 3x6 size, the same as this one. So the cover is 3 inches by 6 inches, so you only need to use a 6x6 paper to make the cover. Whereas this one here, it has some pockets on each side, so you can add your vouchers in here, you can add receipts, coupons, little notes, and then you add your pages onto the inside. So that's another way. And this one uses a 6x8 paper, but I'll give you the measurements after the tutorial if you wanted to do it this way and add the pockets. I've also made these ones here, and I think these are great little gifts to give to crafty friends. Great for back to school, for those that are going back to school or uni. Also great for teachers' gifts. And you can also add these into a traveler's notebook as well, or for junk journaling. And I've got here, I'll decorate that with a little tassel dangle that you could unclip, and you can change them over. And this one here is another one. And these little clip dangles, I have them in my shop, and I'll just show you what they look like. You get a set of 3, so then you can interchange your different planner clips onto your elastic. And it comes in a pink or a white one. It's really cute, and then you can decorate your elastic with those. So I'm going to show you the inside. With these ones here, you only need two pieces of 6x6 paper. So if you have a 12x12 sheet of paper, you can make 2 sets of these. So this one here is slightly smaller than the 3x6 size, as you can see. The reason why is because on the inside I've made pockets to go on both sides of the cover, and then these are your pages that you could write in. And that's just great to have these little tuck spots here just to add other bits and pieces if you like. And then the smaller one again uses a 6x6 paper. The difference with this one is it's a 3x3 size, so it's perfect for like a note card size. And I've also placed in here 2 pockets, the same as this one. And then you get to have these 2 matching little tags as well to add into your pockets if you wanted to add these in your pockets. And then again, these pages only have 8 in this booklet because you can make 8 pages out of 1 piece of the photocopying paper. But again, you can make add more pages if you like. And this one is the same as the larger size. It has this one has 2, 4. No, this one also is the same as this one. It only uses 1 sheet, so it's only 8 pages. But I think this is a cute, wonderful way to gift to somebody. And this is another one. This is the same, similar. I've just embellished. I've just added some cutter parts to the front, and the same thing. And I do have these in my shop. I've had them in my shop for a few weeks now, I think. And not so much as the booklets, but I'll show what they look like. You get the pack, only the covers, and then you just add your own pages yourself. That way you can add however many pages you want into your covers. And you will get a random pattern printed paper. So there's your pockets. As you can see, I've done it differently. I use my gift bag punch board by We Are Memory Keepers to make the pockets. And then you get the tags and you get the larger size, and there is also another tag, and it does come with the elastic as well. And then you just need to attach the elastic how you would like to do that. And there is also a bonus vellum pocket that goes in with it as well. So that's available in my shop. And I do apologize with the adjustment of my shipping, but at the moment that's the best I can offer for shipping. But let's go ahead and let's make this one here first with the beads like this one. If you don't want anything on it, you just want your plain elastic, you can also do that as well. But we're going to make this one first. So all you need is your piece of 6x6 paper. So you'll need your cover, and then you'll need 3 sheets of your printed paper or photocopying paper if you want to have 12 pages like I have. And then what you want to do is we are going to grab your paper and your paper trimmer. You're going to cut up a sheet first. You're going to line the paper on the shorter end of the paper, and you want to line the edge of that paper to 5 7/8 of an inch, which is just the mark before the 6 inch. So it was 5 7/8. So we don't need this piece of paper. We're going to turn this around now, and we're going to line it on this edge again at 5 7/8. So then you'll get 2 pieces, and then you're going to do the same with the other 2 pieces of your photocopying paper. So in actual fact, your paper is going to be 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. I've already cut up my other 2 pieces of paper, so you get 2, 2, and 2. So you bring them all together. And then we'll grab the cover first before we go ahead. We're just simply going to fold this in half to create the cover of your booklet. Okay, we can put that to the side. And with these papers, we're going to fold them all and line them up as best you can along the edge. You're going to notice that your papers aren't going to line up nicely. And I'm going to show you what I do to keep them all lined up. If you're happy with it like this, where they're sort of a little bit uneven, you can leave it that way if you like. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my cutting mat and a metal ruler and a Stanley knife or a paper cutter. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try and get them all pushed in as much as I can. And then I'm going to just line that up on the grid so it all lines up. I'm just going to line my metal ruler along the edge of the top piece of paper as best as I can. And then I'm just going to run my paper trimmer, sorry, my paper cutter. And just continue cutting it all until they've all been cut out. And that should give me a nice even edge. So you can see that it's giving me a nice edge. And then your pages will be a little bit shorter now when we place it in the book cover, but that's fine. So we're going to grab your cover. We're going to open all the pages up to the middle. We're going to line that up inside your book, placing it all around the center of your cover as best you can. And I'm going to grab a paper clip to hold one side and another clip to hold the other side. That way none of the pages will move. Just try and make sure it all lines up. And then you want to grab your stapler. This is just a regular large stapler I just purchased from the stationery shop. And what's great about this size is it does go all the way and deep enough that it will staple 3-inch wide. So I don't need to worry about buying those extendable staplers because they are a bit expensive. So these are just great for little booklets with a 3-inch wide. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to staple. I'm just going to staple it along the crease. I'm hoping that it all lines up. So that's the first one. And then I'm going to do the same to the other side. You could mark where you want to staple your booklet so that it's even. So that's my book all closed up now. I'm just going to press this down. For some reason my stapler doesn't staple flat. So I've got that. So now your booklet is pretty much done if you're happy with it this way. If you don't want to add the elastic, it's pretty much done. So I'm going to take these out now. So now what you want to do, we're going to create the elastic closure. And so I have here these elastic. I think I purchased this on eBay. I couldn't remember. And the thickness of my elastic, it's 1 millimeter thick. So it's not very thick, but you can use whatever thickness you like. And I'm also going to grab some beads. So now if you don't want to have any beads and you just wanted a plain, just a plain elastic so that you could interchange your charm dangles, you're just going to need an elastic, and you'll also need to grab your charm dangle of your choice. If you don't have any charm dangles, you just need just a little card with a little hole in the middle. But we'll do the elastic. We'll do the beads first. So I'll show you how to do the beads. And you'll need one of these, sort of an awl that has a sharp end, and then it sort of thickens as you get through. So when you pierce it, you'll be able to get a bigger hole. And I'm just going to grab my cutting mat again. And you want to find the middle so you can pierce your hole in the middle of your book. I've just got here a template that I made with a hole in it. So that's already centered, so I know, because I've made a few of these. Saves me from trying to find the center. And all you're going to do is you're going to you're going to pierce that through. So you can see there's a little mark there. And now I'm just going to pierce all the way through till I get to the back of the book. And just thick enough so that my elastic will be able to go through. So now I've got my elastic. I'm going to just bring it around, and you just want to bring it around and have about that much of a tail, just enough so that we know how much we need to keep. So that's all you need. You want a bit of a tail like that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to grab, if you don't have one of these needles, I used to have them in my shop, but I've sold out of these now. And I'll just try to get this one. It's like a big eye needle. And I'll just show you. And I used to have these, and you get the large one and the small one, and they're like a beading needle, which is really great for threading. So it opens up like that. And I'm just going to thread that through, and then it'll just close back up. Then I'm going to thread it through the front of the cover inside. That just helps me get the elastic through. But if you don't have one of those, you can just do your best to bring the elastic through. And then you've got this end here. If you don't want to have any beads, but you want like a charm dangle, what you want to do is you're going to thread the little piece of paper. The reason why is because we don't want the elastic to come through. That just stops the elastic coming through when we tie a knot. So thread that through, and then you're going to bring this in back inside as well, so that the other end also meets with this one. So you want to have that there. And then what you do next, you're just going to just pull it out a little bit. Close your book, but hang on to those two ends so that they don't pull out through that end. And you're just going to bring this over and just check to see the tension of your elastic and how tight you want your elastic to keep your book closed. So this is a little bit loose for me. I'm just going to adjust this and pull it in a bit. I'm going to close it and pinch that down so it doesn't come out again. Bring it around. So if I'm happy with that, I'm going to now rip this off. And then go back in here. You're going to grab this bit here, and then you're going to grab it and you're going to tie a knot and tie another knot. So you want to do a double knot, and then you just cut the end, and then that will stop this coming through, and then you'll have your closure ready to close, and then you can add your little dangle. But we're going to thread the little beads into the elastic. So I'm just going to pull one end out. So I've left that in there, and I'm just going to thread the beads. These are just acrylic beads, which are great because the holes are pretty large, enough to fit through a 1 mil elastic thickness. So all I've done was thread that through. I'm going to thread this one through, and another smaller one. Okay, so you can see they're all threaded through now. I'm going to grab my little needle again, and then I'm going to thread that back in. You can see that the beads are all there. Just going to pull it out, and then do the same thing, close that and hold it down and just check to see. So that's a bit loose. I'm just going to just adjust that a bit. So that's fine. So just grab it where I'm happy with that and just do a double knot. Just make sure your knots are nice and tight as well so they don't come undone. So you can see that it's not going to come out now. And now I can just bring this over. And that decorates the cover of my booklet with the elastic closure. So that's how I've done that. And you can make a whole heap of these as well with just a 6x6 paper. So to make these ones here with 2 pieces of 6x6 paper to make a matching coordinating set, all you need to do is you cut your paper to 6x6. I'm just going to give you the measurements. I won't do the complete book because to make the booklet is pretty much the same way as the book. I'm just going to give you the measurements and how to get your 3x3 size and your pocket. So for this one here, you want to cut your paper. You're going to line your paper at the 1 5/8 of an inch. You're going to grab this piece and you're going to turn it around and line it on the 3-inch side. I'm going to cut that, so then you'll get 2 pieces, and that will be your tags. And then you're going to grab your piece of paper and you're going to line it on the 4 3/8 of an inch, and we're just going to score it at 3, and then on the 6-inch side we're just going to fold that in half. You're going to grab your scissors, and you can see there's a score line here. You're just going to cut this at an angle and cut it just up to that score line. Open it up, and then you'll have your booklet looking like this, or your cover. You're going to bring them up where the score lines were. So that will give you your pocket, and then you've got 3x3 size. And then all you need to do now is just add some glue to one end here, glue onto one end, and then seal that off, and that will give you your pocket. And then these 2 pieces, that will be your tags. You can corner around the tops, you can do whatever you like to make it into a tag. I'm just going to angle cut the corners just to make it quick and easy for this tutorial. So once your pockets are glued, they will just sit nicely in there perfectly. And then that also sits in there nicely. And then you can create your little booklet. To make the size for your pages for this booklet, you're going to want to cut your paper. And you'll be able to get 4 pieces out of this one piece of photocopying paper. So you're going to line your paper on the shorter end, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to line it at 5 7/8 of an inch. So we don't need that piece. You're going to turn this around this way, and then you're going to cut it 2 7/8. And 2 7/8 again, and you'll be able to get 4 of these pieces. And that will give you 8 pages. So there's not a lot of wastage. And I'll just cut one more just so you can see. And then you just do the same thing, put them together, fold them in half, and then you want to cut your edge down to make it neat. And then you place your book in there and you staple it or add your elastic. So that's to make this one. And then to do the larger size, it's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is you want to score one side at I think it's 2 inches. I could be wrong. Let me just check. Just check here. Sorry, no, it's not 2 inches. You want to score it at 4.5 inches. So I'm going to score that at 4.5. You can score it, you can make it however deep you want your pocket. It doesn't have to be the same as my one, but I scored mine at 4.5. And then you do the same thing and folding this over. And then you do the same thing here and you cut this out. And then you bring this up. And that will give you your larger book cover with your pockets to match your smaller one. So that is pretty much it. Oh, and the size of this page for these pages, it's also the same way. I don't have another paper on me, but you will do the same thing on the shorter end. You want to score, you want to cut it at 5 7/8, and then you turn your paper around, and you should have got this one prepared for you. You want to cut your paper at 4 3/8 of an inch, and you'll get 2 pieces out of 1 piece of paper. So that's how to make this size here. But I wanted to show you how to make the elastic. That was really more what the tutorial was. But then I went and decided to make all these other different booklets. So I hope this video was enjoyable for you, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and make these booklets. When I finish my Traveler's Notebook, I'll bring it over here and share with you guys my completed laminated Traveler's Notebook. So I hope you enjoyed this long video, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.